Hi guys, welcome back to the Shimi podcast. Today I am joined by a business partner. Wait, Dad.
Business
Business
partner,
partner, friend,
friend,
uh,
and many other things.
many other
Really.
things.
Yeah.
Poet, journalist. Now a journalist. Finally, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
Let's go with that. Journalist. Black matter.
This is the part where you're like, do. What up, world?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Proper man, how is it?
I'm good. I'm good. Welcome back to Kitwe,
Thank you very much.
the land of the cop
Yeah, the
and the
stars,
Jabos.
the stars in
And
the
the-
land of Copa.
That's the land of- That's you. That's you, man. That's you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you doing, man?
I'm good. Tired for most parts, but I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
It's important to be good, man. It's important to be good.
Yeah.
So I really wanted you here. I remember at some point I wanted you like
We
before,
were supposed to do this thing even before.
even before
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
happened.
But I guess now we
Schedules-
have
now
now we
actually-
have something to talk about.
Now I have
yeah?
something to talk about. It was like an actual reason. Like,
Yeah.
goodness, I'm sitting next to greatness, guys.
Ah,
Sitting next to a celebrity, you can just rub it. In fact,
don't do that.
In fact, I'm not supposed to be interviewed here because
Don't do that.
That's his job. Me here, I'm just freestyling.
Right.
This is my gig.
Yeah.
I'm just here for.
We
the
can
sake of-
switch roles.
No pressure.
Okay.
I'm shy though, but okay. Yeah, man. So, when did I meet this guy? When did we meet? Was it 2019?
2019 going to 2020 was the
2019,
first time we met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we have a bit of history coming from open mic.
Mhm.
So
The biggest open mic in Zambia.
Yeah. No lies. This
Yeah,
this is very
it's
true.
really
Ask
Yeah,
anybody.
it's the biggest open mic in Zambia.
Biggest open mic in Zambia,
It's hosted artists like Bobby East,
bro. Bobby East, Abel Chungu,
Ebo Chungu.
we had James Akala.
Yeah, we're about to bring your maps.
Oh,
So.
your maps is coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah.
So that was 2019, 2020, somewhere there. We had. I remember asking Toko.
Yeah.
Melano. Shout out Melano.
Mhm.
She used to do. She used to be like host open mics at Chatham,
Yeah.
right? And then I was like, I want to be part of this. Like this is my. I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Let me be part of this.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, you want to be part of this? Just threw me in. Like, my guy.
That's the same exact way I got in. I was actually having a conversation with a friend today. They were asking me how my journey as an MC started. And then I told her, I was like, it was a mistake. My journey as an MC was a mistake, an honest mistake. I met Melano at Chatham Cafe. She was having a conversation with a friend of hers. And then I was like, you know what? The open mic, I want to be part of the team. And then she said, for real? Okay. You organize the next one. Just that.
It was the same thing.
Just that.
Like, I think for me the first one was acoustic session for Bachi. Shout out to Bachi.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to be part of this. And she was like, you should come for Bachi's thingy. And I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's why I came, helped around at the tables and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Just like, I
yeah.
can smoke, big, I smoke a pew pew.
Uh-huh. At the time, yeah.
At the time, just trying to learn
Yeah.
and move around the ropes. Yeah. So that was like my first show.
Real experience.
Real experience. That was Bachi's show. Oh, yeah, Bachi's show.
Mhm.
And I taught her at Destro show. Were you at Destro show?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
I've been a long time serving attendee of the Chatham Cafe events. Man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So Destro show, I think was the first one I ever went to.
Mhm.
And I loved the ambience. I
Right.
loved the performances. And I
Yeah.
was like, I want to be part of
I
this.
want to be part of this.
I want to be part of this. This is my gig. This is my thing. That's how I
Yeah.
talked to Milano, and she threw me into it.
Mhm.
So yeah, fast forward to 21. Was it 21 or
Yeah.
2021? We had a very good show.
Yeah.
Great show. We started picking up speed, and then what happens?
COVID-19 happens. Yeah.
COVID-19 happens, and it just like kills the momentum.
Yeah.
We come back for Natasha's show.
Yeah.
We came back for Natasha's show.
And I wasn't there for that
You,
one.
you went there for that?
No, I wasn't there.
Oh,
I was back home. I was in Solezi.
oh,
at the
you're in
time.
Solezi, yeah.
Yeah.
I was in Milan for that one.
Yeah.
That one was busy.
Yeah. I could tell.
I was tired that day. Man.
Yeah.
I was tired that day. I think that was like some days before my
That
birthday.
was the time Umsepela Chile met Natasha and then did a song for
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that was fire, man.
That I think that was like a week before my birthday.
Yeah?
A week after my birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great event.
Yeah, it was.
It
I
was
could
fun.
tell. I could tell.
It was fun.
Yeah.
So and then school opens again, and we're like, you know what? Let's kick full force.
Yeah, and I think when we got back into school, it was more of, are we going to continue with the open mic?
Uh-huh.
And because we only worked together for on 2 events.
Yeah, on 2
and it
events.
was, you are doing sound and everything else, and I'm just doing the emceeing and the like. So we didn't really know each other.
We didn't
that
know
well.
each other. It
Yeah,
was just
it was just, oh
just
yeah,
black.
guys open a bar and
Eh.
whatnot. So when Mrs. B calls, then tells you to say, let's get the open mic back, and then you reach out, and that was that was when we started working together, like
yeah.
formally like that.
So the Mrs. B was like, okay, we need to revive, or we need to revive like shows here
Yeah.
at Chatham because we need to pick up
Yeah.
speed. So I was like, I can't do this alone
Exactly.
because that's work. And
Yeah.
anyone who knows who's done events, no matter how small,
say it's a lot of
no
work.
matter how small it is, like, you know what, let me get Black in and let's like make a team. So I
Exactly.
hit up Black and I was like, guys, wait, Mrs. B is giving us an opportunity.
Yeah.
Let's see how far we can go with this.
Yeah.
And that's how we made possibly one of the biggest shows in terms of the creative arts.
Yeah, the creative
in
arts.
Quito on the cover belt because we used to get in a small space. We get numbers of over 100 people.
Yo.
Over 100 people. Sometimes you even get to like overflow people on the
Yes,
outside.
yes,
And it's
yes.
it was just picking up speed.
We kept growing.
We kept
from
growing
one
and growing
event
and
to
growing.
another.
We had to put in like a small fee just to like
Yeah.
kind of, because it started out as free. So I had to put
Yeah.
like a small fee just to kind of lessen the
Cushion
numbers.
yeah.
But it didn't.
Yeah, and that's the thing. At the time, we thought if we put a fee, we'll lose people.
We'll lose people.
I think that's what everyone thought.
It was like a double-edged sword because thinking,
Yeah.
okay, cool, there's too many people now.
Yeah.
So we can't really like not make something out of this because this money, granted, is not much, but it will facilitate the shows.
Yeah, and what people don't know, and you should tell them when you meet people, is at the time we'll do photography, and we would have to take out money from our pockets.
Yeah.
We have to take out money from
we
our
would
pockets.
spend our own
money
our own money
to
pay
finance photography and sometimes sound, because we got to a point where Mrs. B's arrangement with us, we needed to be
we
sustainable.
need to, yeah, so they
and
need to be
whatnot.
self-sustaining. We need to be self-sustaining. So we'd take money out of our own pockets
Yeah.
and fund the event
Yes.
for a free show.
Yeah.
Granted, it was an expensive venture, but it was an adventure we loved. So it was basically a passion project.
Exactly.
We loved
We just loved serving the community at the time.
It was just serving the community.
I think when writing applications now, I need to put that. How did you serve your community?
Made free shows.
Made free shows.
Made free shows. So you put in like a small charge, 20 kwacha, just to like.
We started with 10.
Oh, start with 10, eh?
Yeah.
Start with 10. Maybe if you think people won't come, they came.
Yep.
No, it's fine.
No problem.
Sorry.
Character.
Technical difficulties. Anyway,
We've experienced this.
we've been through it. We would spend our own money just to get the shows running and get the shows moving for the sake of the arts
Yeah.
and the passion that we have for the arts.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to make a space for the culpable creatives, which we've never really had. Yeah, but we're coming back. I know people
Bigger
are
and
thinking. A lot of people are thinking, open mic has been quiet.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. We'll
Yo,
be back
I've,
soon.
I've received a lot of messages.
Bruh.
Like, if you go to our Instagram page and find the messages that are there, it says, what happened to the open mic? When are you guys coming back?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So we're coming back.
We are coming back. Don't worry, guys. We got you. And trust me, there's like big plans for it.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's a bit of the history goes. So this question, this was scripted by Annette. Hi, Annette.
I hope
But she beats me.
I hope the questions that are here are not hard questions, because I'm gonna walk away from here.
Okay, so so chasing dreams and perhaps not achieving them.
Yo,
Yeah, man.
Oh
So
my God.
you spent 5 years at
it's this
CBU.
question again.
You spent 5 years at CBU studying environmental
Environmental engineering,
Why?
I thought he was going to say, "Why are you gay?"
No, I have the shirt. Don't worry. I'll wear it. Why are you gay?
You know?
Yeah. So
Okay, wow.
why? Like how? Why? Why? Okay. First off, why environmental engineering?
Right.
Yeah, and then why did you decide? Because I remember we talked about this once. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember this.
Mm-hmm.
You are like, if I'm working, if there was an opportunity to go to FQM,
Yeah.
and then Diamond TV called me like, Mike,
Yeah.
can be a presenter. You are going to Diamond TV.
Yeah.
You said this.
Yeah.
You said this, and
Yeah.
I
At some
quote.
point.
At some point, at some point, you said this,
Yeah.
and I was like, "You sure about that?
Yeah.
You sure about that?" But
Okay. Why?
that came into fruition, right?
We'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about that later. But anyway,
But let's
so
start with why environmental engineering.
yeah,
Is it?
yeah.
First year 2018, 2019, I'm a NQ student at CBU. And I'm figuring myself out because I don't think you get out of high school and know exactly where you're going.
That's
For those
valid.
that it has worked out, I'm happy for them.
That's
But
valid.
I was one of the most confused human beings at the time because I remember in high school at some point I was asked, "What do you want to do?" I said, "I want to do electrical engineering." I hate electricity. I was asked, "What do you want to do?" I said, "I want to do mechanical engineering." If you asked me to name 5 cars, I'll end at the Benz. I was asked, "What do you want to do?" At some point, I wanted to be, I wanted to do medicine for other reasons, but but I was one of the most confused people at the time. So when I came to CBU trying to figure myself out, my sister wanted me to do engineering, civil engineering, to be specific. And I remember getting into an argument with her, and I love her so much with all my heart. But I
Nalu?
got, yeah, Nalu. You know Nalu.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nalu. Hi,
So
Nalu.
we got into this argument, and she said, "Why don't you want to do civil engineering?" I was like, "I feel like that is something you wanted to do.
So it's not for you.
It's not
for
me."
you. It's not you. It's definitely not you.
And I will always say this, and because now we can laugh about it. She said, "That's fine. I'm never helping you do an application and whatnot and whatnot." And yeah, and I understand why she would say that because she's invested time and energy trying to figure out the best path for the young brother. And I believe we all have that person in life.
Yeah.
My siblings are my biggest support system.
Last born?
I was for quite
A long
number of
time?
years, yeah. So I still have those privileges, yeah. Then my young sister took my place, and I don't have them anymore. But yeah, so then I started looking out for opportunities that could have worked for me at CBU because I really wanted to go for law at some point before CBU. I wanted to do law, but when CBU picked, I was like, "Let's go to CBU." Non-quota had already applied. What are we going to do in non-quota? Started looking at opportunities. I thought of going and doing mining, but I come from a town where everyone is a miner, right?
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm just like, not that path, And I looked for opportunities I arrived at a point where I was like, I'm going the environmental engineering way, and I was committed to it. That's why environmental engineering.
That's why environmental engineering. Yeah.
The next question is,
Why
If-
not? Why not environmental
why not
engineering?
environmental engineering? Oh my god! So let me put it very clear. The path after uni is another path that confuses you as a human being, especially when you thought things would work out a certain way, and they don't work out the way you thought they would. Right? I'm one of the people that struggled to land even just a free internship. Yeah. You meet people who are running companies, CEOs, you meet very prominent people. Because if you look back at my journey, right, I'm one of the very few presidents in Kobusu history that brought the head of state to the university. And
Well, that's even that guy.
yeah, so
Also, politicians.
so you are in the room with the head of state, and he is responding to your pleas. And you have this network of people at that particular time, right? you have people that are heading government institutions, parastatals, and whatnot, and you can talk to them. And yes, you do talk to them. But even just landing a free internship was hard for me. So eventually, I'm hosting an event. And I get to meet this person, and I won't disclose them. And I tell them to say, you know what? I heard you say you sit on a board for this company. I want an internship. And they said, you have to apply. So,
Like, where the connections you people talk about?
yes.
Like,
so
like you are my connection, but you want me to apply.
but you want me to apply. And I think I had already started giving up at that time. But for some odd reason, I applied. And I applied for Nkana Water. I was interning with Nkana Water for some time. It was a very, what do I want to give it a certain name. It was a revealing experience in a way. It sort of revealed to me what I really want, right? At that time, would I say I wanted Nkana Water? Yes, I did. But I got to a point where I'm like, there's still a lot to experience, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Nkana Water wasn't going to renew the internship, and then I see Diamond TV. Did I know Diamond TV was going to do the presenter search? I didn't know. I had no idea. If I knew, I probably would have waited for them, to do the whole thing. But when I saw the poster, they're coming to Quito, I was like, it can never get better than this.
Like chance, yeah, man.
Chance, yeah, like there are those things that happen in Lusaka, and you're like, oh, I can't make it because it's Lusaka, but it is right in front of you. And I remember sending it to my best friend then, and I said, I'm gonna take this shot, and she was just like, yeah, go for it. So that's why not engineering.
That's why not engineering.
Yeah.
So what I can get from this is that you've always wanted, I guess not always wanted to be in like media. Okay, you always wanted to be in media, right?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I really don't. And I'm being very honest here. I wish I was this person that had everything figured out. I knew where I wanted to be at 18. I knew where I wanted to be at 20. I knew where I wanted to be at 25. But trust me, it's been, you have things figured out for this particular phase, and then you build on to the next phase. I've never known I wanted to be in media. I've always been told, you're good at what you do. And you can be a good TV host. That's what I've been told.
And here you are.
And here I am.
And it's valid, honestly, because I understand that there's people who have their whole lives planned out.
Yeah.
And then there's people who don't. I am one of the people who I don't have my whole life planned out because
and that's okay.
And I feel like it's hard to have your whole life planned out because anything can happen.
At any time.
At any time.
Yeah.
At any time. Like you said, like when you were young, at some point you'll be a doctor, you'll be this, you'll be that. But life happens and it takes you a different direction where you're like, okay, no, this wasn't for me.
And maybe just to add to the doctor part, I wanted to be a doctor because of how I felt life was unfair for me. It's a very personal part, but because of what was happening to my mom at the time, right? I felt like the medical fraternity in Zambia had failed me. And I wanted to be superhero.
It makes a lot of sense because I've heard a lot of doctors who have had certain like inspiration to be doctors because
of something that didn't work out.
Didn't work out. My sister's a doctor,
right.
So like I think one of our first memories of wanting to be a doctor was when our dad was sick.
Right.
He was sick.
Yeah.
He was so sick. Bandem thought he was going to die. Now imagine he calls me and my sister to the room, and he's like on his bed, like so weak, and then he's like, Apollo.
Okay, this is not supposed to be funny, but
my dad and my sister laugh about this now.
Yeah,
it's because it was so dramatic. Yeah. My dad's a dramatic man.
Yeah,
so he calls me and my sister like, Apollo. And how old am I at that point? I think I was like, I just started grade 1.
No.
Oh yeah. I just started grade one. My sister was like in grade
Okay.
5 or so, somewhere there, right?
Yeah.
And my sister was in tears.
Mm.
Oh, daddy, I'm halfway.
Yeah.
Daddy. I'm just there like, big, what are you talking about? Because
Yeah.
I think I just started grade one, and this man is like bedridden. He's like,
Wow.
he's so weak, he can't move,
Uh-huh.
he can't talk, and he thinks these are his final days.
That's the final moment.
That's the fact. These are his final moments. Turns out, Mandem was just a little depressed.
Oh yeah, depression does too.
Yeah. So, mom and dad laugh about it now. I
Yeah.
think we all laugh about it
But
now.
your sister is a doctor now.
She's a doctor now,
Because
so
of that.
because of that,
Yeah.
because
Does she love what she's doing?
she does, but she ended up going into babies.
Okay.
She pediatrics and
Yeah.
neonatology.
Yeah.
So she's doing her postgraduate diploma in neonatology right now.
Nice.
Yeah. So they're smart people of the family.
Yeah.
So that's that. So I understand that life throws you in different directions,
Yeah.
and it pushed you into a direction that you're quite passionate about, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is,
I'm happy where I am.
yeah. So another question was creative conquests.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, poetry. How poems come about for you? Like how did that come out?
So, Dad, I want to believe Dad was an avid reader because he sort of kept, you know, pieces of some of the best collections when it comes to literature in the house. My first encounter with anything literature or poetry was Wally Sonika.
I don't read, so I wouldn't know who that is. I wouldn't know who that is.
Yeah. Wally Sonika is a writer, Nigerian writer. You know, Nigerians are known for writings
Yeah.
and whatnot. So yeah, that was my first encounter with anything literature, and I don't know how I got to fall in love with that play, but he kept it, and I would go through and read. Sometimes he kept other you know pieces. I like to call them pieces because you don't find them around everywhere. They're special for in a way. So that's where I got my reading from. And then he would sort of force you to read newspapers. Yeah, he would force you to read those, and from there, you grow a passion for reading. You're now reading magazines. I remember every time that DSTV guide
yeah.
would come out, I would be one of the
Kids
people
are
like,
missing out. We used to
yeah,
cover our books with that
call
stuff.
me an uncle. Like
We used to cover our books with that stuff.
with that, yeah. So
When I
and
go to school and
also
TV guides,
exactly.
nangani nishtensh.
Nishwaish but super strikers. Most of them, yeah.
Nishtensh, 17
Yeah,
hours.
yeah. That was me. Then it I think my writing comes from there. But where does the poetry come from? In 2013, my sister introduced me to P4CM, Poetry for Christ Movement. That's the organization where the Ezekiels of this generation, Jackie Hill Perry, Preston, what's her name, Genetics. That's where they came from. Yeah, that's poets in autumn. Those guys, most of them are from P4CM. So the first piece that I encountered was my eyes encountered was it's Proverbs 31 Status Woman, a piece by Genetics, and it was so good to watch in my head. I was like, I should write.
You
Let
should
me
try
try
it out.
writing. So 2014, I got to a different high school, and I find myself in all these clubs and societies and whatnot. I joined the poetry club, and that platform gave birth to the poetry and the performer in me. I was surrounded by people that loved poetry, that had a passion for it. So that's where the poetry comes from, and the writing comes from some training or some homeschooling from dad.
What
Yeah.
does the writer?
No, I don't think he keeps to himself, but I would like to think. But when he speaks like a writer.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's that.
That would make lots of sense. So, what would you say is like your favorite piece that you've ever written?
As weak as a man.
Give us the synopsis about like what
So
like
as weak as as weak as a man was my favorite, not best but favorite. Okay.
not best but favorite because you could have a best
Yeah.
that doesn't like appeal to you
To me.
as well.
Yeah, I think as weak as a man is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
It's a piece I wrote in 2021. Should be one of, I don't want to say darkest times, but one of those times where you're just going through life, where you are met by so much uncertainty about life. You are scared. You are reflecting on so many things. You are getting to learn a lot of things about you and your past and your family and all. And yeah, and you want to put
5 minutes.
you
Okay.
you want to put that in word to make it make sense to you. And so I decided to write a piece about men's mental health, what it looks like. Um, what does it mean to be weak as a man? You know, if someone says you're a weak man, what does it mean? Most people will attach a man's weakness to
To his inability to finance things.
exactly, but no one has ever given us a blueprint
Of
for what men's weakness should look like.
because there's always a blueprint for how strong a man
It
should,
should be
like
exactly.
how a man should go, how a man should conduct himself, how a
Yes.
man should be strong, how a man should. There's always a man should
A man should
and a man shouldn't, but there's never okay if a man if a man
is
is
to be weak.
to be weak
This is what it looks like.
is what it looks like.
So they were in my head. I'm just like, let me try and paint that picture. And so one of my lines in that piece is, at funerals, you have women mourning from night till morning, while the men would be too packed in gangs around the fire, cracking jokes as if someone had not just died.
And that is very valid.
So, what does it look? You've literally just lost your brother, as a man.
As a man, you lost your
But-
brother, but there's that Mamuna said it.
Yes.
The-
That's what I was painting in that.
Because
in that
we're really told to hold our emotions and
Yeah.
keep like not to show weakness, quote unquote.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if you cry, you're weak.
Yeah.
If you lose your shit, you're weak. Because you have to be compact and composed
And strong.
and strong.
Yeah.
But you can't be strong forever.
Nope, you can't.
Because strength is 2 minutes. All right, cool. Because strength is even the strongest people are the ones that end up
Breaking.
breaking themselves because they've been holding it in for so long, so long, until that one moment where
They snap.
and it's tragic
For a lot of people.
for a lot of people,
Not just the life lost, but for the community as
for the
well.
community as well, because that one person could have been because as a strong person, as a strong man, quote unquote, you hold down so many other things, and when you crumble, everything starts falling down, and then it affects the surrounding.
So, an entire ecosystem.
An entire ecosystem
of beings.
off of you.
Yeah.
Off of you.
So
Yeah, anyway. So we're going to a break now because it's almost time. This episode is sponsored by Fantastic Clothing.
Naina mumpe the question.
Don't worry. What I know? Don't worry. So we'll be back after the break. We are back after a quick commercial break. I'm sure you just saw a white thing off the screen for our visual viewers on YouTube. You can watch this podcast on YouTube. You can stream it on major DSPs, that's digital streaming platforms.
That's what it means?
Yeah,
Major what?
the major DSPs,
Okay.
digital streaming platforms.
Okay.
That's Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts also.
Right.
Even I think this one time I saw the podcast of Boomplay, and I don't like Boomplay, but
you didn't know who put it there.
No. Our distributor
Okay.
puts it on like all
On
platforms.
Platform. Okay.
Yeah, so he ended up taking it on Boomplay, and I was like, okay, I guess.
Well, you get to have more Listenership?
I guess, yeah.
Is that a word?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could be a word.
Yeah.
So much I about.
Yeah, especially.
Anyway, let's get into our.
I hope this is not where the questions get hard.
No, it's very simple. Don't
Right.
worry. Let's get into our parents' company, Altitude Arts.
Right.
You came up with the name.
Yes.
Yeah. Why
After
Altitude?
after you guys, um, what you opposed so many proposals.
There was, I suck at naming things, honestly.
There was
So I couldn't come up with a name to save my life.
there was the creative block.
That was the name. Someone brought it up. You
No,
brought it up.
yeah, I brought it up. I was like
As a name.
Yeah, I was like the creative block. I've forgotten the other names, but there was one cool one. There was another cool one that you opposed, that everyone opposed. Then eventually I came up with Altitude Arts.
I opposed it. Which one was it?
You, Moza, Ndanji. I think Chanda liked it because Chanda always has my back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chanda always has your back.
Yeah, Chanda always
Chanda
has
always
my
has
back.
your back,
But yeah, you guys opposed it. Then I was like, because we needed to define ourselves at that time, and because of the direction the open mic was taking, I felt we need to give this platform
A name.
a name.
Yeah. We needed to. We did need a name because
Yeah.
we needed to be identified as something.
As something.
As something.
And also because of the plans we had, the expansion projects that we had, we needed to walk into offices, talk to people as
An entity.
Not as
A
we are
group
the
of guys.
open mic.
A group
The
of
open-
guys.
The group of guys that the guys that host the open mic. No, we needed to go by something. So Altitude Arts, I remember pitching it, defended it, and yeah, you guys were on board.
We succumbed.
Yeah. And talking about Altitude Arts, when we got back the rights, when Mrs. B said you guys should get back to hosting the open mic, I remember when we started. You know, you had your tribe, I had my tribe. There were people that I was very close to. You brought your community, your tribe with you, and in my head I was like, who am I going to work with? And I brought with me Mwaka Delia Nachilia and Musa because my closest friends and creatives at the time. Then
Who did I bring on? I brought in
Emmanuel.
Chanda. Chanda just threw himself there.
Yeah, Chanda was Chanda was you and I with Melano. Chanda was like, you guys are doing really cool stuff. I'm also part of this.
That's literally him. He just like, you know what, I'm joining.
Yeah,
okay.
And he was for the critical points when we were about to lose our cool, he would be like, sad man. It's going to be all right, bro. It will work out. Yeah, that's
literally Chanda.
Yeah, that's and when I'm hosting the open mic and then things are not going well, the one who's supposed to perform at this particular time is not there. But you're doing so well, man.
He's always there to help people.
Yeah, so that was Chanda. And then because of the eye that Ndanji has, I was just like, we need this person on the
Ndanji
team.
has an eye for. I don't know how to put it. I don't know how to put it.
She knows what to put on this table for
like her visual creativity.
Yeah,
is insane.
Is amazing.
It's amazing. Then I'll say that. I kind of say the same thing for Kandu.
Yeah.
I think Kandu has more of an ear.
Oh yeah.
Kandu has an ear for talent.
We worked with her for a short time.
Yeah.
Then she left.
I
don't like her for that.
You have to come back, bro.
Yeah, I don't like her for that.
You end up running away through sack.
Yeah, that's what everyone does.
Bruh.
Yeah.
And we made this thing for Kitwe, for the cover vote, and then you guys ran away to Lusaka. Danji also.
Yeah.
Performance.
But yeah, we survived. And then we brought on Mumbe as well.
Yeah. She also ran away to Lusaka.
Yeah, she's no, but she's coming back. She's coming back.
Yeah, she has to come back.
So we started working with all these people that are very creative in their own respect, you know. For every and I think one thing that improved over time was the fact that we started having themed open mics.
Yeah.
And it was so dope. The biggest themed open mic we had was
The back to school.
the back to school one. It
Yeah.
was amazing.
It was
Like,
amazing.
everyone was just excited for that one. I think, people are coming back, reporting back to CBU and whatnot, and the majority Kitwe community also came in. We also had people coming from this school, Nsansa.
Sansa?
Yeah.
People came from Sansa that day?
Yeah,
Real?
we had Kabamba Brits and people.
Oh yeah,
from,
Kabamba, yeah.
And it was dope. It was amazing. From there, we grew to having surprise
guests.
surprise guests.
Thanks to Anthony.
Thanks to Anthony.
Anthony Nkwazi, one of our, could call him our patron in a way.
Yeah, well, let's call him that.
Let's call him our patron, yeah, because he's always supported us from the get go. He was like, "Ah, guys, I like what you're doing.
Yeah,
let's go."
Yeah, and his input has always been valuable. Like, I remember him saying, if you don't, because when we were about to put a fee to it, he was like, you put a fee, don't worry about people not coming, because if you do not, other people pick this up and then
they'll make money off it.
They'll make money off it. And yeah, he's a business guy, so it worked.
It worked. And
he always came in like, or what do you guys need?
Yeah, cool.
And he will support you.
So he's always been supportive from day one.
Yeah.
From day one, he was like, I like this. I love what you, and I love your initiative. So I want to be part of it.
Yeah.
So let me be part of it in how I can, and he's helped us each and every step of the way.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So the last thing I'm going to say about Outsuit Arts, it's a growing movement. We're not stopping here. We wanted to do something in 2023.
Oh yeah,
the Coppola Arts Festival.
That
one was going to be the biggest arts festival. Because we had everything planned out. The way we would tell the stories, from music to poetry to acting and whatnot. It was going to be amazing. But we still have plans.
It's coming up. It really is coming up. I lost my hard drive, so where all that was.
Yeah.
But don't worry, we're coming back.
And also from the open mic, you're able to recognize stars and icons like Emmanuel.
Carlos Muleva.
So
Carlos is on the icon right now. He's doing so good.
He's
doing so
amazing,
good. Bro. It's amazing. I think my favorite performance of him is the song when they're writing their own music.
Yeah.
When he did his own song. Yeah. That was so dope.
No, and also, I don't know if you remember this, but the few times he performed at the open mic, you could tell to say this is his path.
Like
he thrives.
Like he knows what he's doing. This is
because whenever he was doing a Zambian old school song, he was on point, bro.
It's like you can tell like this person is meant to be on stage.
Yeah.
This person is meant to perform. Like that is his job.
Yeah.
That's his life. And guys, go vote for him.
Yeah, you should vote for
him.
For Carlos, yeah.
Vote for Carlos, yeah. So yeah, that's Attitude Arts. We have a lot coming up, but the Coppola Arts Festival is something that's been in the pipeline for a while.
Yeah,
and it's been cooking. So when beans and gap, yeah, beans and gap, yeah, guys, don't worry. Yeah, no, we got it. You gap, yeah, it was set.
Yeah.
So let's get into the mukat.
Okay.
Munchend.
People know you as Pink Socks here.
Kind of, sort of, but the name usually just comes as Palo.
Okay.
But Pink Socks is once in a while. It's a once in a while thing.
Yeah, it's.
So yeah, the show.
Which one?
So the Diamond Presenter Search.
Right.
Let's start from. Okay, you talked about you. Have you talked about? No, we haven't talked about it. Let's say day one, right after graduation, like the day. Graduation day, you're out there partying, feeling nice. I'll push your school.
Yes.
The following day, you are out here auditioning for the DSP.
For the DPS.
Oh, DPS. Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
DSP is digital streaming platforms.
Yeah. So for the DPS.
Oof.
Diamond Presenter Search.
Bro, at some point I felt like I won't make it for the audition. Because, I need to be there for my graduation.
Yeah.
One. And I need to be with family. Like I need to party. Like it's a big achievement.
It's a big
Surviving CB is not easy.
It's not at all. Whatever. Was it the same day or the?
It was the next day.
The next
so
day.
the graduation is on the 27th. The audition is on the 28th.
Wow.
Yeah.
But okay. Yeah.
I was
in Kitwe.
in Kitwe.
Uh-huh.
I was getting to where I slept at 4, 5.
Valid. Very valid.
Yeah, 4 to 5. Slept for 3, 4 hours, I think. Yeah, and were up by 9. And the day has started. Freshened up. I was hungry. And I told my older brother, drop me off at Kito Little Theatre. All right, bro, let's go. By first pass, I was like, let's go do something. That the thing you said we do in town, let's go and do it. We'll come back. Now that at this point, I'm talking myself out of it. Because in my head, they've already picked who they want. I have always believed that.
There's always that devil at the back of your mind. Don't do it, bro. You're wasting your time.
In my head, they've already picked who they want. They're a lot more talented people than I am, you know. Also, my friends and family can be deceiving. What if I'm not that good? And these are the thoughts.
The thoughts are coming to your head.
Coming to my head. So when we passed by the theater, there was very few people outside, you know. So in my head, I'm like, maybe they're even done. They're done. Got to the theater. There were 2 ladies that were doing the registration, and I got there at the same time as someone who is already on TV, Presley. Yes. Now I'm just defeated. I'm just like, there's no way I'm making it here. Because I don't know how many people they want to pick from Kitwe, but if Presley's here, you know, and he's a very good presenter.
Yeah.
I respect him. So we do our registration and whatnot. At some point, I'm like, because I remember the 2 ladies saying, we'll be doing registration even tomorrow. So in my head, I'm like, I'll just come tomorrow. Right? Then Presley just says, let's just get over and done with, you know, like, shiny the way he speaks. That's how I registered. And we stayed. And this is somewhere on 10 now. I was only going in for the audition at 16.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you were trained by the CBU lines.
Yes. Yes.
Trained by the CBU lines.
Yes.
To be in lines for 5 hours.
I survived.
With CBU lines. What's a measly?
I survived hungry and tired. That's what I would say. By the time they were, and I remember the director for the show, Justin, says, all right, judges, you have contestant age 25, Matakala. And then I'm like, oh yeah, it's happening. Go. And then I get on stage and it's Chichi, Jonah, and it's Vida, Jonah, and Chichi. So I'm like, oh, okay, it's happening. Go.
When's what, Shan?
The funny, and this is the, I don't know what happens to me, but I'll be fine the whole time. Then when you get there, I don't know where the names come from. Even I get like lose confidence for like a few seconds, and then you step back in. You're like, okay, now we are settled, right?
Breathe.
So I start off, sounds good. Then I make a mistake. I'm unsettled. I lose my cool because now I'm trying to regain balance, right? It's, I don't know if people, public speakers experience this, like where you make a mistake and then you throw yourself off. Now you want to regain balance, so you sort of exert a lot of energy. That's what I did. And then Chichi Daisy just goes like, calm down. Like, she was very sweet, bro. Like, calm down. And in my head, I'm like, you are so sweet, but I don't know why you're doing this because you could have just chased me. And it's like, calm down. And then I'm like, then I say, can I go again? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, you're very pretty. In my head.
Because you say it out loud. Yeah, you say it out loud. That's the pressure. Like,
yeah, you're very pretty. I see you on pictures and never seeing you now. So I go again, and before I can finish, Jonah says, okay, we'll see you tomorrow. And then I'm like, oh, that happened. Cool. We go again tomorrow, and like the following day, and then we are paired with some girl named Lizzie. So this is a task where you come up with a show and then you're presenting the 2 of you, right? And that was challenging because I was scared of being paired with the wrong partner. But then I wasn't paired with the wrong partner because I picked the number. But I hoped I would pick a number that the other person, the other person on the other end would be, what I think I hoped would be in sync. But Lizzie was the exact opposite. She was, because I think people love entertainment in Zambia so much that they will only talk about your maps.
So her brain was tuned to
That
entertainment.
to entertainment. And in my head I was ready not to do entertainment. I was like, we are not going to do your maps because I know out of the 30 pairs that are here, 15
Who do your maps?
will do your maps. And Kidist and whoever the other lady is. What's that? The
Lady
lady.
Beauty?
No, the other lady, the wife, the former, I don't know if it's former wife.
Oh, Nagai.
Banabukata.
Yeah, Banabukata.
Muskanji, yes.
Yeah. Is
That's Banabukata.
it Banabukata?
I don't know, bro.
I don't know, man.
But yeah,
I wouldn't
in
know,
my
honestly.
head, I was like, nope, we're not going to do your maps. Let this person rest. So that's how I suggested we do a different, because she was comfortable doing music and whatnot. She said, these were her words. Inefia politics and sports in Shabamo. And I was like, okay, so my options are gone. Let's do music then. Let's do entertainment. So I decided we can do entertainment,
But not
but
this-
on one condition. We don't do your maps.
You don't do your maps.
Which artist? I was like, Mordecai. So we do Mordecai, and we sort of did ourselves a disservice because we didn't know a lot about him.
Mordecai?
Because there's a new,
He's just relatively new, so
yeah. But we go on stage, we're presenting the two of us. I think I held it down. And then she forgot her lines. I tried to like
push her towards the end.
save the whole performance, but it didn't work out. So at that point, I'm like, yeah, they won't pick me. I was sure they weren't going to pick me because we fumbled as a team. And I was sure there were so many other people that performed well as a team and they were going to pick those ones. So we're told, okay, the team will get in touch with you. Okay, I go about life. One fine evening, I'm watching a Man U game, and I don't support Man U. It's just that, it's the EPO. You want to watch rivals lose.
Yeah,
Right?
the hate watch.
Yeah, the hate watch.
The hate watch.
I receive a call.
Yesterday's hate watch was glorious.
I receive a call. Hi, Matakala. The judges will call you for a meeting. Like, the judges don't call you to tell you we didn't pick you. So that's me. I'm hoping the judges are calling to tell me you have been picked. But in my head, I'm like, knowing them, they would probably call you to tell you, say sorry, we didn't pick you and whatnot. And whatnot. I was hoping for that because then they would be the first people to at least get back to you and like, when you send an application and then they just don't tell you sake, like you hope they can tell you safe sake, go away.
Sake in your face.
Yeah. I mean, it's better than no response, which I had gotten for most parts, like during my application process for many companies, right? So eventually they called, I've forgotten the day, but they called and it was a Zoom call. Contestants, that's Jonah, and the people on this call, what, you have been picked to be part of top 20. I'm like, what? Me?
So random.
So random. Now there were people that I got to ask for advice. I remember asking my eldest sister, our firstborn. I asked her to say, this is what's happening. I need guidance. And she said, okay, let's wait, for that company you applied to. If they do go for an interview, you go for it. We waited and waited.
And they didn't go.
And they didn't call. I talked to my niece. She knew about it. She was like, guy, just go for it. I talked to my brother, Kanzani, go for it. Talked to my best friend, go for it. I was like, okay, cool. All right. We are going for it. And that's how I got on the bus, UBZ. You should sponsor this show, UBZ. We got on the bus with 5 other guys that were picked from Kitwe. So for Kitwe, we were the 6 of us. For Livingston, they picked 3. Then for Lusaka, they picked 11. So yeah, and then we're in top 20. First day, meeting Jonah and Costa, and it was scary.
Yeah.
Because I do not know what to expect from this competition. It can eat you up. It can eat your confidence up because people will be watching.
Yeah, because that's you put yourself on a national platform.
Yes.
You put yourself in like small rooms and like weddings and stuff, but
Yes.
it's never been that large of a platform.
Nope. It's never
So you're
been
putting
that.
yourself up for criticism on a
Exactly.
larger scale.
Yeah.
So obviously that could play with your confidence a little.
Mm-hmm.
But how did you manage that?
I'll say this. Um, now I'm comfortable in front of camera,
Mm.
right? But before that, it was an issue of where do I look at the camera? Is it the left side or the right side? Is it in the middle and whatnot? There were all those things that I didn't know, right? And then there were people that already knew how to move around in front of camera and whatnot. And in my head, I'm just like, I feel like an imposter here, right? Imposter syndrome kicks in. But then I'm just like, I am Black Matter.
I am the black man.
I am the Black Matter and I'm going to own this place. We go for the elimination. This is the first elimination after presenting the task, right? And then I'm asked the question to say, you are the group leader, but you went in the presentation room to represent the group. Why? I didn't understand the question. So I'm thrown off. And then I look around, people are looking at me a certain way. Then I'm like, have I done something wrong? Right? And then I understand the question. Then I gain back my composure. I was so composed. I don't know where it came from. I was like, but also when you have survived CBU lecturers criticizing you when you're doing your project defense, you defend yourself even if you're not a lawyer.
If you don't know anything.
Oh, buzz, bro.
Buzz, this is going to be a clip. A clip.
But yeah, I think my confidence has been. There are so many experiences that inform my confidence, right? That speak to my confidence. The open mic, school, and interactions with people, high level people. I mean, I stood in front of the head of state and represented CBU students, so that should add to your confidence at some point.
It does.
Yeah.
I'm sure it does. And you did pretty
And I'm
well.
not bragging. I was just
They're
putting.
bragging. Korandef.
Yeah.
They're bossing koyum for
just putting
as the K plus would say. They're bossing koyum for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how would you say this experience on the DSP?
DPS.
Oh, DPS.
Yeah.
The diamond presentation has shaped you. Like, was it? Do you think it was like one of your best experiences ever in terms of like,
It was.
like learning your, like, how much did you learn from it in terms of your improving your craft, improving your stage presence, improving your technical know-how
Yeah.
of like everything, because
Yeah.
it was a learning in as much as it was a competition.
It was a learning experience.
Exactly.
Yeah. You're
So, how much have you learned from this? And
where does it take me from here?
yeah, where does it take you from here? Like, where does it lead you?
Okay. So, Mapalo, you agree there are people that your circle will always tell you to say, you're really good at what you do.
Yeah, valid. Your circle will always support you, no matter
Yeah.
what, no
So-
matter how shit you are.
At some point, of course, there'll be those people that will be objective and tell you to say, okay, here you could have done this and this and this. But for you to get to a point, to a very comfortable space with your circle where they can objectively criticize you, it takes a lot.
It takes a lot
It takes a lot of
learning each other
Yeah.
and unlearning each other
Exactly.
and like having to be honest with each other.
But the competition gave me on a silver platter people that were ready
To tell you
to tear me
down and build you up again, because they don't know you.
Exactly.
You don't know
They
them.
don't care where you're
you
coming
come
from.
from.
They don't care that you have friends that think that you're really good. They don't care that you have siblings that want to see you on TV. No,
They don't care.
What they care about is we want at the end of the day
a finished product. We want a finished product that will benefit us in as much as this benefits you. 4 minutes?
Exactly.
All right, cool.
So that's what the competition gave me: positive criticism. It gave me a platform to unlearn some of the things that I thought were good about myself. Because there are certain things that you think to say, add some flair and all that to you when you're on stage hosting events and whatnot. But from that competition, I was able to tell to say, okay, don't do this. Keep it short and simple. If you're in front of TV, be factual. Like, don't get your enthusiasm for the audience and whatnot get in the way of what you want to achieve. So it was another revealing experience. And also, I was always afraid of competitions.
Yeah.
There were so many opportunities for me to like jump on a poetry contest. There were so many opportunities like that, but I told myself I don't do well in competitions. And the first time I throw myself for the competition, I emerge winner.
Winner.
Yeah.
Winner. Okay, before this, because it's about to cut.
Yeah.
The, I think we'll do that. No, I don't want to reach like 120 minutes because anyway. So we're going on a break right now.
Right.
We'll be back very shortly. So yeah. All right, guys. We are back, and this is the final cut. I promise. I promise.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where were we? We were talking about emerging as winner. Now, the feeling of actually crossing the hurdle, like getting to the finish line. Let's say to the final. Get to the final before emerging as winner for the final. Let's say getting to the final.
Right.
How do you navigate that final?
So quickly, I'm in top 5, and I'm scared because I'm with 4 people that are very competitive, and at this point, we all believe I deserve this. Like this is mine. But you've been told you're going to work together on the task.
So you're working with 5 egos.
Yes, exactly the word I was looking for. You're working with 5 egos.
5 egos,
And
each of them serving themselves.
exactly. But at some point in the competition, I got to a point where I was like, just getting to top 5 is big. At least I'll put it on my LinkedIn and say top 5 Diamond TV presenter search. And also for reasons I will not say, I I I didn't want to win.
You didn't want to win?
No.
Why not?
I said for reasons I cannot say.
Okay.
But
okay,
it's family reasons. I'll say family reasons. No, but maybe for someone out there. You receive calls from your siblings, asking you, where are you? I'm in Lusaka. I'm participating in the Diamond TV presenter search. No, I had a dream. I'm not comfortable with this. It's strange. You have all these things feeding into you because one, TV it's not something you set out to do, right? For
And
them, for family, they want to secure your future.
They want you in a certain space where it's not as volatile or as fragile.
Yes, as media.
As media, because media is a very fickle thing.
So I got to a point where I was like, I was drained, man. Like do I really want this?
Because you've been
weeks
and weeks and weeks.
Yeah, and
of
it
pushing and
was
pushing and
draining.
pushing.
The competition is draining. Like there were times when I slept for 4 hours in a day because you'll be shooting. You start off at 8, you're out, and you are coming back the next day at 5.
Wow.
It was draining. Towards the end, it was just like, I'm tired, bro. And I just wanted to get to top 2 because then it would validate. It would sort of give me some validation.
Like,
and I'm not wrong for wanting validation. It's fine.
And
I wanted it.
Validation is important, guys, because it gives it feeds your ego, because sometimes having an ego is a good thing.
Yeah.
Because there's many people that suffer from like very low self-esteem, and like you get you get like a small something that's just like this your praise, and you're just there.
And for me, it was winning, like reaching top 2 or winning was going to be like,
it's going to put you there.
Yeah, why should we give you this money? Oh, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like I'm good at what I do. That was it for me. So the competition was draining. Top 5 was so exhausting because you're dealing with what you said, 4 egos, and for them as well, they were dealing with 4 egos, including mine.
Yeah.
So it was a very hard task to navigate. We wasted 2 days arguing on what idea we're going to execute,
because everyone has what they want.
Exactly.
The strong suit is not everyone's strong suit.
Yeah.
So how did it get to like we picked this?
We settled for the most comfortable thing because we were just all tired.
Oh, and everyone had to compromise at the
Yeah.
end.
So this one picks to say, let's just do this. Me, I'll do this. Me, I'll do this. Me, I'll do this. And yeah, that's how we executed it. We're now on the rooftop, the elimination round. So after the presentation, Jonah says this was a collective piece of garbage. And honestly, I should have felt bad. But at that point, I was like,
I mean,
can we get this done
like,
already?
like if you want to chase me, chase me.
That's where I was. So because it was, and I didn't want to be given another chance to like redo the show and do a better one, because we were still going to go back to egos and all that. So we are on the rooftop and they say we might actually chase all of you. Then in my head I'm like, oh, okay, this is where the competition ends.
Like no one wins.
No one wins.
I mean, if I'm not winning, at least everyone's not winning.
So Mr. Monsa starts to do the elimination, and then the first person to be eliminated is Taona. The second one is Mark. And then now it's me, Mike, and Rachel. And now I'm just like, it can be anyone here. Because the best performance for that particular task was Mike. Right? And mine wasn't nice. My piece wasn't nice. And Rachel's as well. But then I'm thinking Rachel is very competitive, and who could it be? In that moment, honestly, like, despite what people would tell me to say, you're winning this thing. In that moment, I was like,
I'm not winning this.
I'm not winning this. I might go home. Yeah. And a part of me at that time was like, please don't send me home. For someone who
was thinking about leaving.
And I did consider that. I spoke to a number of friends. I was telling them to say, I might leave this thing. Because of what's happening, and also if I get a better job offer, coming through, I will leave. So top 2 is announced. It's Matakala and Mike. I'm like, oh, nice. And then we go on a production break, spend some time with family. It was very exhausting. August was very exhausting when it came to family issues and all. But receive a call to say you have to come back for an interview, and then we went back for an interview. And well, I have attended some interviews in a way, so that also adds to your confidence going into an interview like that. But you're going into an interview for a role as a TV personality, meaning you need to have information about journalism and all, and I don't have anything. The only experience I have is the competition. So I was fired questions about journalism and all that. I tried to use my brain,
common knowledge.
Yeah, to answer the questions. And now we get to the point where the winner is. So at that time, I'm like, I don't know how his interview went inside there. So my mind is like, if I don't win, I'm good. That's what was going through my mind. And then Mr. Monsa says the winner is none other than Matakala. I'm like,
okay.
I won. I did it. Yes, I won. That's how it was, bro.
The excitement.
No. Let me tell you this.
Wait, so it was more relief than excitement?
It was, is this happening? Right? I'm one of the people that has to force themselves to be in a moment. I think you've seen my statuses. I will always say, you're here, you're blessed, you gather up your joy. That's me telling myself. And I think specifically, like, one of the status I put on today was words for you and me, but mostly for me. That's what I say.
I saw that.
Because that's me forcing myself to be in a moment. I'm always in a rush to move to the next one. So when that happened, I was like, so what's next? Okay, so you start working, or is it, do you get a job? Do I win money? There's already all these things in your head. So of course, but I did go partying, yeah.
I mean, of course, so you can't receive one of like the best things ever happened to you.
Yeah,
like,
it was a beautiful experience.
Especially coming from a point where you didn't even think you were going to do it, going to do this, and you had doubts the whole time, the whole journey, like your whole trip from Lusaka to Kitwe. From Kitwe to Lusaka is just like I heard her here and just like, no, maybe we should just like
Yeah.
just chill here, pack
Yeah.
away, and I'll go eat what
And the thing
big
is,
bites.
and the thing is, you travel with your competition.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're just, are these friends?
Are
You
these
know,
friends?
or, you know, but
like
I met some of the most amazing human beings in that competition. People with coming from very distinct backgrounds, of course, very different experiences, but they are good people. They just treat you as black, and it was nice.
okay. Yeah, man, and that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome. You made it to the final. You won, and you are now a journalist, I guess. Are
No,
you?
I'm a TV personality.
Ah,
Don't say
you
journalist.
are a TV personality. After years and years
Yeah.
of honing your skills
Yeah.
in emceeing
Yeah.
and what else?
The poetry.
Poetry, doing all these things in creativity and the arts, and now you find yourself like the pinnacle. I could say no, not the pinnacle, but like close to.
I think there's still a lot of life to
Yeah,
experience.
it's like close. Like you have experienced a lot,
Yeah.
and you are at a point where there's more to experience now because you
Sort of starting.
yeah, exactly. You just got a new life.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Now you have a new life.
Oh my. Now that you say it.
Yeah, now you have a new life. Like it's not the old black.
Yeah.
It's not the new black. It's just like
No, I'm still the same.
it's still the same black. But it's still the same black, but a black with a lot more to do now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I wish you all the best, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, and
I
thank you
appreciate
for coming. It's been long overdue.
Yeah.
It's been months and months and months and months, but I'm glad so many things happened, so that we
And
can
they
like
have informed our discussion here today.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And here we are on the Shimi podcast, the first interview of Black Metal.
Oh yes,
It's
the Shimi podcast gets to do
the first
the first interview.
the first
with
interview.
the DPS winner. Nice.
The DPS winner.
Yeah.
In fact, you know what? Put this everywhere. I was the first guy to interview Black. In fact, Diamond TV get me also. Diamond TV put a good word for me.
Yeah, we so that I'll be working with you.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. We are located at Cetra Studios. We are located right opposite Parkland Secondary School. We can shoot your podcast here. You can shoot your acoustic sessions here. We don't just do this. We also do large format printing. We do t-shirt printing. We do designs. We do website designs. We do a lot of stuff, guys. And also for advertising, if you want to have your business beamed up on the screen right by Mkwamo,
Mkwamo,
yeah, that's our screen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if you want your business to be represented on there, hit us up. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. And next episode will just be Black and someone else because I am retiring from being on this side of the camera. I enjoy the back of the camera. I don't really like being here, to be honest.
I can take your place. It's fine.
No problem, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. In fact, take everything to the with you when you go. So yeah, man. Joshua's behind the screen. Thanks to Annette for the scripting.
The scripting.
Even though she's upset with me because I didn't bring her here today.
Yeah, she wrote some really hard questions.
Yeah, man. Well, sorry. Anyway, bye, guys. See you next time.
Poo. That was okay?
Yeah.
Awesome. Alrighty. Oh wow.
Yes. Yeah, it recorded. It was recorded. Okay, so this is when we're shooting this literally right after the pod because I forgot to give him while we were shooting the pod.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like the last break. Yeah. So anyway, this shirt, the Audacity Black on Black velvet.
Oh my god. It's finally happening.
It's finally happening. It's going to Black as an award. An award
I
for
can finally say I have the audacity.
Yeah, man. This nigga had the audacity to go to DPS. Finally said it right.
Yeah.
DPS and win the whole thing. So congrats, my guy.
Cheers, man. I appreciate it. Wait.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Like
Wait
you
a
know
second.
how Yeah.
Contract signing. A contract signing. Anyway, back to the show
Yep.
and continue.